What's your sentence for her?
Electric chair.
Hey my lovely people, my lovely beautiful stars. I just wanted to come on here and kind of just tell y'all what this is going to be about. Of course, like, we are talking about Sean Combs versus the US government case, the RICO charge case, in today's video. And I do want to say this is not a recap of the trial. Please do not think this is a recap of the trial. This is a spew of my thoughts, how I feel about the case, and a little bit of information on the trial. If you want information on the trial, please read the court's transcripts. Also, go to trusted journalists. There's plenty of them. This is going to be dealing with a lot of topics about domestic, sexual, mental, and drug abuse. These are all the topics that I'm going to be talking about in this video, so please, if that triggers you, if that bothers you, and you cannot handle it, please exit stage left, right, center, front, back, whatever works for you. Yeah, so definitely enjoy. This is the beat you're gonna get today. No, I am not teaching you how to do this. It's just me getting ready. I promise. I'm rushing, actually. So yeah, bye. Welcome to Big Mama's Morning Show. Today, y'all, we are here just taking in the crazy mess that is Diddy. Yeah, so I just want to start off by saying, you know, pray that everybody is doing well. Haven't talked to y'all in a minute, like, at all, but I'm still here. I'm still alive and everything, y'all. I promise I am. I've been going through a lot, trying to keep my grades up. 1, 2, been really just in a season of solitude and peacefulness. So yeah, that's really what's going on. But other than that, it is currently 8:19 in the morning. I have to be at work at 10, but I need to get ready now so that I can get some breakfast and probably some coffee from 7 Brew. That is the goal, the plan. Just wanted to talk about what's going on in the world. It is May 16th, 2025, and we are heading into day 3 of the Diddy versus the US government trial, where he is being charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, arson, a whole bunch more. This is a RICO charge. So, you know, when it's a RICO charge, you 9 times out of 10 are going down. So, yeah, that's what's been happening so far. Yesterday was the cross-examination. I have not been updated on the cross-examination yet. I'll be doing that at work during pre-shift. We're listening to a podcast of one of the journalists that were in the courtroom during the trial, and he has been there the entire trial. So I have just been getting all the tea. If you want any information, updates about the trial, and you're watching it currently, definitely keep Armand Wiggins on your watch. Cassie just got done with her questioning on the stand. She just got on the stand, and I'm just hearing all these crazy things that Diddy will never be able to recover from, in my eyes, personally. That man is a DC comic saw trap, Texas Chainsaw level villain, if I know one myself. He is the epiphany of BET CEO off of the Boondocks type of evil. Hearing all these traumatic recountings of the 10 years that Cassie spent with Diddy is so crazy to me. Like, so astonishing how a woman could have so much, could do as much as she could in the position that she was in. She was trapped. It's very heartbreaking to hear, honestly. I love this bonnet, y'all. I'll be using this as a melt band. I just was hearing all different types of mess about this Diddy trial that I just cannot fathom ever happening to me. Just to put this into perspective, I am 21. It astonishes me, like actually insane. It is insane to hear stories coming from a woman who is now a mother of 3, a future mother of 3, because she is pregnant at the moment with her 3rd, and she has 2 children. But to hear the fact that she literally was being held captive for almost 10 years of her life. At the start of her career, she had one EP, one mixtape, or whatever. One mixtape. That good old song, Me and You, that Say You Wanna Love Me, that one, that song. And then pretty much disappeared off the face of the earth for reasons unbeknownst to us. We just chalked it up to her being a one-hit wonder. We watched those interviews or the Where They At Today or those famous people then and now videos and stuff like that, and she's considered a one-hit wonder. Whole time we're wondering, why is that? We don't have to worry now, because we know exactly why. Because Diddy ruined her freaking life. Essentially, he ruined her life. He took it from her. He took her innocence, and that is horrifying, in my opinion. Sores in the mouth, sores in the mouth, canker sores, UTIs back to back to back. I'm surprised she doesn't have a disease. I'm talking about permanent barnacles upside the head because of the this is not funny, but I'm just thinking about medieval ways that we could electric chair. Like, I'm really thinking of medieval ways that we can get him back for you. Like, we could really plot the revenge story for his tale, because this is insane. Like, drawn and quartered isn't enough. I think we need to drill a hole to the depths of hell. Drill a hole to the depths of hell. Throw him in the pit. Throw him in the pit. Along with his mother. Along with his mother. Yes, I said it. Along with his mother. Because what do you mean? What do you mean you can touch the floor, palms flat, sitting next to your son, getting IV drips at the same time, because y'all need to replenish y'all need to replenish your hydration levels. Y'all need to replenish your hydration levels. And you got on white nail polish. And we know Diddy loves a white nail. Carisha, I want to know, how many freak-offs have you attended? Right now, put it in the comments below. This is not funny, like, at all. And I'm not taking it serious enough. Oh my God. I need to throw everybody in the pit with him that has ever said, well, seems like Cassie was just a drugged out, strung out, girl, and they was both in it, and half of this was her fault. Oh? Yeah, in the cell too with him. If you think that a woman would allow herself to be sodomized, 1, abused mentally, physically, and sexually for 10 years on her own volition, yeah, you're going under. He is not making it out. Not a chance. He knew he was cooked. The man knew he was cooked. He started looking over at the DA. He going, bruh, there's no way you're allowing this to happen. He is over it. I just know it. Cause I'm listening to all these interviews and they're all saying he looking like, y'all gonna say anything? He's giving like why you say F me for? Like, it's given that. Like, he don't know what's going on at this point. Like, all he knows is he's going down. And I bet he trying to figure out who could go with him. This a Rico case. It don't matter who you say. I know it's a list of people, but Diddy, you're the ringleader. Nobody else, like, I don't know anybody else who's just that nefarious. Except for the people who aided and abetted in him. You know what I mean? His assistant. Honestly, we can't even say his assistant. Girl, his assistant was getting beat up too, girl. Taking a wooden hanger. Side note, taking a wooden hanger. This is why Cassie never had nobody to talk to. Y'all ever noticed that she was always alone and talking to nobody? And even if she was in a group, she was in a group of men. How weird. Like, under the cell. Electric chair. Drawn and quartered. Honestly, I feel like that's the best way. Y'all, I'm running out of this one size setting powder. I don't have any more, and I'm holding on for dear life. Girl, you don't even see nothing in there. When I held that up, you didn't see nothing, okay? Nothing. I feel for her so bad. Like, it's to a point. It gets to a point. I just really can't. I just cannot believe she had to endure all of this. She's a strong woman. The survival instincts were on 10. That video, like, first of all, why wasn't the video alone the one thing that set him under the jail? Like, honestly, I know it's because he had money, of course. When that video came out, that video footage, man, I'm surprised the man who leaked it ain't 6 feet under. Man, I promise you, I grew up scared of Diddy. I don't know, like, anybody from the 90s can tell you they were probably scared of Diddy. I'm not from the 90s, I'm from the 2000s, but watching all the biopics and all that stuff, watching the conspiracy theories and all that junk, if you grew up and you weren't afraid of Diddy, props to you. And the only people who probably weren't were his kids. And I'm gonna just say the girls, because he seems like a daddy's girl type of person. Yeah, there's a special place in the hottest pit. Special one. Promise you that. If you love me and you see this, send me this. It's at Ulta. I'll send you the link. Promise you that. Saying that they don't need to be in the courtroom, I kind of agree, but I would have agreed if they were younger. If they were younger, I would have probably said, well, absolutely. They don't need to see that. They don't need to be hearing that mess. That's very inappropriate for them to be listening to. But at what point are you going to advocate for the people who have gotten this or who have experienced these things at younger ages other than them, and educate those young children on what is right from wrong, especially when they come from a coddled and protected and censored environment such as his home? He was hiding the fact that he was abusing the woman that he was in a relationship for 10 years with from his children, because he didn't want them to see that. For what reasons? Because you were trying to hold up a facade of two different things. So who's to say he wasn't doing that with Kim Porter, which is their mother's? I'm really concerned. Like, does he not want them to think that this is a real life thing? Also, some people have reported that the one that looks exactly like him, who is that, Justin Combs, when Cassie was talking about how controlling he was, that he was like looking over at the brothers and the sisters and stuff, like, I mean, well, she ain't wrong, right? Like, it's like all hearsay, of course, because the public is not able to be in on events like this, considering the nature of the case being the government, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we are in the day and the age where digital journalism is rampant and strong and very much alive. So we are thankful and blessed to have these days these messy influencers, messy TikTokers and messy and true crime podcasters and all that, being able to give us live and descriptive coverage. You know, this is a blessing about the new age. And like, of course, I'm not just trying to like spew any propaganda about the internet and all that stuff and be like, oh, we're just doing anything. No, life is hard. AI is killing the country. But I will say, the internet has blessed us with a lot of things. But this is also a thing that it was hindering us with. We were seeing Cassie dressed up in multiple events. Seeing her in multiple events all the time. Looking beautiful. Whole time she's covering a gash that goes from here to here on her eye. A open gash. Stitches. Healed. She's covering that gash up with pounds of makeup. This is the early 2000s, mid 2010s, when makeup wasn't really that good, but she just looked up because she was light skinned. Okay, period. Lace is laid. Now it's time to fix my forehead, because, girl, I look like I seen the light. I'm just gonna put some bronzer on it, honestly. My powder for my forehead. Just to blend it out. His attorney, during the opening statement, it's like, yeah, he ain't cool. This man is horrific. He ain't did nothing good for a woman ever. He beats on Cassie. He's an avid drug user. He's a drug addict. Has anger issues up the wazoo. He don't see a therapist. She's just going off. So pretty much, we know he's cooked off bat. You got a woman on your team and the woman don't even like you. The lady doesn't even like you. Yes, it's her job to defend you, but mind you, none of them accepted his case for less than $10 million. Out of the slew of lawyers, defense attorneys that took his case, none of them accepted it for less than about of $10 million. They're going to get paid regardless of if they win this trial or not. They know they're cooked. They know it's so much evidence stacked against them. They ain't got no choice but to lay there and take it. And their only defense is trying to paint Cassie as violent herself. One, trying to paint this picture that she was strong enough to leave. Second, that they were in this together and that she was the one doing the sex trafficking. She was the one orchestrating this prostitution. But my thing is, how could she be the one doing it and she ain't the one with the money? She don't even have the rights to none of her stuff. She can't pay for nothing. She's paying with that trauma. Why could you sit there and try and act like she's really like the one who put this upon herself? And they're trying to really use an angle that because she is the only one with evidence of the freak off, that she was the freaker offer. But how could she be the freaker offer when she herself was getting wazzed on? Choking. Might I? Choking. That is horrific. And then in an interview, Carisha, years later, after these incidents go on, when it go on to say, what's the freakiest thing you ever did? And she goes, golden showers. You know, also, this whole video feels like a tangent. But my thing is, you sitting there in your room in your bed with your bonnet on and your dirty pillowcase you ain't washed in ages, along with those soiled sheets. And you sit there talking about, why is Cassie even testifying? What's the point of her testifying? She lived it. She is the victimiest victim I know. She is the starriest of witnesses that we have. She survived. You know who didn't though? Kim Porter. You know who also probably didn't live to tell the tale? We don't even know, because they probably somewhere paid off, scared to even blink near Bad Boy Records again. The reason why she's testifying, let's be honest, she's testifying because she has no other choice. This is a federal case. I really think people lose their senses and forget that people don't have choices in these instances. Let's ignore the wig lifting. I don't know what it's doing there. You would assume. All right, this is the finished look. Sorry about the lighting, guys. My ring light died, so we're just working off of Hope's Dreams Vibes Pixie Dust and the lamp that I have in my childhood bedroom.